Hello guys, how are you? I am Otávio.
I am Pedro.
And I am Mateus. And on today's episode, we are going to interview somebody very special to us here at Maple Bear, Miss Joanne, who came all the way from Canada just to train our team and make us better each day.
Miss Joanne, we are gonna do a little some questions to you.
Little interview.
Yes, and I will start later Pedro, later Mateus, then Mateus. Yeah. The schools from Canada are too different from Brazilian school, or no? They are similar.
Well, I would say that they are similar to Maple Bear schools. We have the same philosophy, the same methodology. I don't know very much about private schools in Brazil, but I could say that it's almost identical to Canadian schools, what we see here in Maple Bear, in terms of what we learn, how the students are behaving, and all of this.
Well, Miss, could you tell us more about your story? Where are you from? Where did you study?
Absolutely. So I am from the capital of Canada. So I am from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Ontario is the province where I live. Ottawa is in the middle of Canada. So it's not in the east, it's not in the west, it's in the middle. It's quite cold in Canada, but even colder in Ottawa. It is about 2 hours away from Montreal and 4 hours away from Toronto. In Canada, I have 2 children. I have a son. His name is Patrick. He is 21 years old. And I have a daughter. Her name is Justine, and she is 23 years old. And both my children play hockey at a very, very high level, at the university level. So I'm very lucky to have my family with me in Ottawa.
You must be really proud of them.
I am very proud of them, for sure.
How old are you?
I am 60 years old, and I am a retired teacher in Ottawa. So I have been retired since 2017. During the pandemic, I still worked in certain schools, and after that, I started working for Maple Bear. So I've been to Brazil about 5 times now, and I enjoy it a lot. I travel all over Brazil.
You don't look like 60.
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you.
Miss, and you said you have been to Brazil a lot of times. What's your favorite place here like? Your
Okay.
favorite state, your favorite city?
Well, definitely my favorite state is Sao Paulo. Now, I must say that I have been very lucky to go to areas where there is a beach. I have been to Maceió many times, and I would say that for me, as a Canadian, that I don't live close to the ocean. In Ottawa, the ocean is very far from me. I need to travel, I need to fly to get to the ocean. So for me to have the ocean close to me was very nice. I could enjoy the weather. Also, I've been to Rio many times, and I must say that the beaches in Rio are probably the best for me.
And you said you have to fly to the beaches. Beaches in Canada, they are cold or they are like normal.
In the summer, the beaches are open in Canada, but it doesn't last very long. It lasts maybe 2 months. So we don't get enough of the sun. We don't get enough of the time on the beach. Another thing that happens is that in certain areas of Canada, we have lakes, beautiful lakes, where we have summer houses where we go during the summer. Now, more and more, unfortunately, some of those lakes are being closed during the summer because of pollution, because of bacteria in the water. So we just have to make sure that there is no signal for bacteria and we can swim in our lakes and the oceans.
Do you have a favorite hobby?
Do I have a favorite hobby? Well, I think my favorite hobby is a bit exercising, but not too much exercise. I love to go for long walks. So we're very lucky in Canada because the weather is perfect for that, not too hot. In the winter, it's almost impossible to go out for walks. It's just too cold. I also love to ski because the winter is so long in Canada that we ski, we skate, we do snowshoeing. And I think you heard about that word in Yellow Dog. And so we do all kinds of activities like that. And that would be my favorite ones.
Okay.
Miss, what is your favorite part of being a trainer, like experience in other countries or other cities?
I think the best thing for me as being a trainer for Maple Bear is, first of all, the travel. I can travel. I'm very lucky. And when I travel, I meet exceptional people. I meet owners. I meet teachers. I meet students like you who, for me, I would never have met. So I am the luckiest person on earth because I can see another part of the world.
How many countries have you been?
I used to, a long time ago, I used to work in South Korea. So I have been to just about every country in Asia, but I've been also to Ireland and I've been to different places. But unfortunately, I've never been to Europe. So I'm hoping that this summer I get to go to Europe.
Huh. What's your favorite food?
In Canada or here?
What do you prefer?
In the
on
world.
Canada? Yes, on the world.
You know, the food is very similar in Canada than to here. Canada is very multicultural, which means that we have people from all over the world that live in Canada. So what happens is that these people come. For example, if Brazilians would come and live in Canada, they may open a restaurant, a Brazilian restaurant. So we have Chinese restaurant, Brazilian, Japanese, a bit like everywhere in the world. So we're lucky for that. I would say that my favorite meal is either barbecue or spaghetti.
My brother is on an exchange program at Abbotsford, and he said for me that on Abbotsford has Indians, Brazilians, and his family is not Canadian.
That's right. Because in Canada, we don't have enough people. So we need to get people from other countries to come and work in Canada. We have restaurants, we have hotels, we have businesses, and unfortunately, there's not enough people to work in these businesses. So we encourage anybody who wants to immigrate to Canada to come.
So there's a lot of encouragement from the government.
Absolutely, there is, especially at this time in our lifetime. There is a big demand for people with skills, or even anybody that is interested and is serious about coming to work to Canada.
Miss, what was the funniest experience you had of being a trainer?
Of being a trainer. Okay, I will tell you. I told Miss Flavia yesterday. So when I first arrived in Brazil the first time, I was trying very hard to learn certain words. So I don't know that much Portuguese, but I know enough to get by because it's very close to French, and I'm French Canadian. So one of the first schools that I was in, I would count with the students and I would say, uno, dos, tres. And then one teacher came to me and she said, Miss, not uno, I said, I can't say I never heard that word before. So she said, yes, it's not uno, it's So after I left that school, I was going to a new school. And when I got to the hotel, because I always stay in a hotel, my room number was And when I would go and have breakfast, I needed to say to the lady what my room number was. So I would go and say, And that was very funny for me because I had just learned the word. So I wrote to my friend and I said, thank you so much for telling me because I would have said, uno. And the person would probably not understand.
A lot of people that I know, like, they often mistake Portuguese with Spanish. Like, see a lot of videos from the US because I like watching English videos, and they always mistake the Portuguese with Spanish. So they say, in Brazil they speak Spanish, and it's a often mistake they make. I
Absolutely.
have another question. It's some really personal one. Do you like pancakes?
I love pancakes.
And do you prefer them with maple or no?
Absolutely with maple syrup.
On Canada, do you like to talk French or no?
Okay, so where I'm from, it is very bilingual, okay, because the government has offices in Ottawa because it's the capital. So most people in Ottawa speak both languages. But as being a French Canadian, and I went to French language school all my life. My children went to French language school. And yes, I usually speak French with my children and with my family and with my little dog. My little dog does not speak English, so usually French.
Did you know that we are learning French here at school?
I heard that. I can't wait to go and listen.
And I don't know if do you like poutine? That it's the dish from Canada.
Yes, poutine is very popular. There's all kinds of poutines in Canada. I do like it, but you have to be careful because poutine has a lot of calories, so you don't eat it every day. It's a very nice meal, but you have to have it maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks.
You said that you want to go to Europe. What is the country that you want to go there?
I will absolutely go to Portugal because I know certain words in Portuguese, not too many, but enough. And I have a sister who spends the winter in Portugal because you see, the winter is very cold in Canada. So people get away from the winter and they go somewhere else.
I already go to Portugal. Still, I like too much. My favorite city was Porto
Oh,
because
beautiful.
Yes, it's a beautiful city and it's the team that I support from Portugal
Very nice.
because I had on Porto a guy that has my name too, and he is Portugal, and today he plays with Cristiano Ronaldo, and his name is Otávio. So I liked him too much and started supporting Porto.
Very good, Octavio. Very good.
Thank you.
We said about poutine. Okay. We said about poutine. Do you already had a Brazilian dish? Like feijoada?
I'm not too sure what that is, but yes, I've had many Brazilian dishes. Usually when I go to different schools, I eat at the schools, whatever they have, and also the restaurants are usually have traditional meals. So I've eaten quite a few, but I don't always remember the name.
Feijoada is with the black beans, the sausage, pork.
Love it. I love everything. The food is great for me in Brazil. It's not a problem at all.
A good food from Brazil that I like too much is pão de queijo.
Sponge cake?
It's the
Cheese,
cheese bread.
cheese bread.
Oh, absolutely.
It's too
Very,
good.
very good.
Yes.
I've had a lot of that in different areas. Yes, yes.
So we will need to wrap it up and say our goodbyes for you. For now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss
Thank you,
Joanne.
Miss.
Thank you.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.